That was probably the hardest thing I've ever done.
This woman told her husband that she wanted a separation from him after being married to him for 17 years. Now, she didn't go into great detail about what happened, but we should all know and understand that he was incapable of loving her with his entire heart. Without words, we know she tried everything because her tears said it all. There was frustration in her tears. There was love in those tears. There was strength in those tears. There was bravery in those tears. So I'd like to say to this woman, congratulations. It takes a strong woman to ask for a separation after 17 years of marriage. You thought you were marrying a life partner who's going to love you wholeheartedly in return. We know you didn't come to this decision easily and that you struggled with it for years. You only get one chance at life and you can't waste it on someone who's not going to desire you and treat you like the special person you are. We are proud of you. We know you didn't arrive at this decision easily.
Be a alpha male, not a beta male.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought this was gonna be a completely different. I thought this video was gonna go a completely different way. So you have individuals like this. Again, we're gonna speak to the mindset and not the person because I don't know this guy. I personally don't know this guy. You have people that talk like this, which is the reason why you have a lot of young ladies that listen to this type of madness. Now, unless there was some type of physical abuse, then I completely understand why you had to get out. I mean, I don't understand why in the world you would be with somebody for 17 years and this person would just out of the blue on year 17 just start abusing you. You know, I don't get that, but outside of that, man, option B is to always see option A through, to try to fix, reconcile whatever is going on in the marriage. Let's try to figure out where we went wrong and try to repair and continue to build. Like, if you look at the marriages of yesteryear, how things used to be, you know, people will find a way to stay married, you know, find a way to fix things, find a way to continue to build instead of at the first disagreement, I'm out. And I'm not saying, you know, this couple because they did somehow manage the last 17 years, but I'm just, you know, speaking to how things are currently going with, you know, this generation. They separate for any freaking reason at all. And I guarantee you, when I look at most marriages and I look at, you know, most of the people that are getting divorced, 9 times out of 10, it's over some really, really petty stuff. Like their communication is weak. Somebody has gotten in their ear. They're in a certain circle. They're around certain people. They're taking in the wrong information, or they're taking the information that they're getting and they're interpreting the wrong way. And they use that information to make the wrong decisions in a lot of different cases. And you just got to be extremely careful about who is in your ear, right? Because you don't want to make a permanent decision based on temporary feelings. And we see that far too often.
Wayne literally kicked me and my daughter out on Mother's Day today. And I am just recovering from surgery. I am 5 weeks out from a full mommy makeover. I can't even lift boxes, but this man has his assistants and people coming to help kick us out today. Like, and broke up with me on Mother's Day through text.
And
like,
my birthday's next
and
weekend.
her birthday's next weekend. And I leave to New York this week for all the Sports Illustrated press. Like, when I tell you that I am absolutely unsure on how to even process my emotions, like, if y'all got lawyer recommendations, please send them because, you know? So, yeah, I know he has 2 girls being flown in today, and who knows how many plethora of girls he has. I've been nothing but supportive to this man, loved him till the end of the fucking world, but...
So here's the thing, right? I think that we see this a lot, how people get on the internet and they always have the same type of mentality. Woe is me. I have been nothing but nice to this person. You know, I did nothing but break my back, bend over, do this, do that, whatever. I want to know why in the world, like, what did you do? You always want to put out, okay, he put you out, he put your daughter out on Mother's Day, her birthday is a week ago. Okay, the hell is it? Okay, who cares? Her birthday is a week. What did you do? What did you say? Like, they oftentimes want to leave out that information, the key information. I don't think just all of a sudden, out of the blue, Lil Wayne or anybody else is just going to kick somebody out of their life for no freaking reason at all. That makes absolutely no sense. So my question is, what did you do? What did you say during those text messages? For somebody to put you out, a guy to put you out on Mother's Day, knowing that you're a mother and put your child out, you had to say some crazy stuff. And we know people can be real slick out the doggone mouth and then try to play the victim. Nah, it don't work like that. You want to talk slick, you can get the hell out. It's as simple as that. And you have people that will approach the situation or go into a relationship the same that they do when it comes to jobs. Let me know if I'm lying. The day of the interview, they're stoked. They got their chest out, you know what I mean? They show up dressed to impress, got the button up on or whatever, got the nice clothes, got the cologne, the perfume, smelling good, looking good, the whole not ready to work. And they ask you, you know, why do you want this job? And they try to give the best answer that they can give. And they somehow get the job, they get the position. Weeks, some people days. Weeks down the line, months down the line or whatever, they start slacking off. That enthusiasm starts to fade real quick. They start being late for work. They start to feel entitled. Like, listen, you should be paying me or whatever. How many people, how many employees, how many people in relationships have that exact same type of mentality, right? When she first probably got with Lil Wayne, she was willing to do whatever, whenever, yes, being agreeable and everything like that. And then on down the line, she started to kind of feel herself a little bit, started to try to push those boundaries. And fellas, you got to be careful about what you do and what you don't allow. Because when you start to let certain things slip, okay, cool. All right, sure. I can get my rocks off sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I can slip up under, say less. You have to be extremely careful about what you let slide. Because you give somebody an inch and they will take a mile every time. So you got to make sure you keep certain things in check. And listen, when you have the upper hand, you know what I'm saying? When you have resources and things like that, other people need to understand something. You're coming into my world, respectfully. You're coming into my world. I'm going to make sure you're good. I'm going to provide whatever it is that you need. But under no circumstances do you think, or I don't want you to believe that you can disrespect me in any type of way. You can continue to cross these lines, and I'm going to continue to allow that and bless you with everything that I'm blessing you with. Being around me, being around these type of environments, being taken care of and all this. No, you need to remain that person that you were when it comes to a respect level when you first came into this thing. And you need to understand something. The moment that you get out of hand, simple as that. Oh my, bruh, stop playing with me right now. Listen, I had to mute it because of the, I don't want to get no copyright strike. This is crazy. So they've literally gotten to this point now where somebody then came up with an app, a filter, where you can create a boyfriend. For real. Cooked. And I'm not saying we cook because I'm good. Listen, I'm blessed. I'm blessed in the situation that I'm in right now. But this is crazy. They are literally making fake boyfriend filters now instead of just humbling yourself. Humble yourself and go out and get you a doggone man and just be happy with, no, I'm just going to create a filter. This is crazy.
Rose, my man don't cook, clean, wash, nothing, don't do none of that household stuff. He come in the house, he sit down, I get my behind off that couch, go heat his food up. If he can come in the house 2:30 a.m., that's after midnight, and say, I want a sandwich, I'm getting my sleepy butt out that bed and go make a sandwich. That's what I'm going to do.
Put the cheese on that thing, too.
Oh, yeah.
Put the cheese on that thing, too.
They want to look at submission is all this other stuff, getting some shoes and barefoot and pregnant. It's about being agreeable, about being cooperative, and about listening. And that's letting the man leave. We go, oh, I can do this. And again, like you said, it's independent and independence is two different things.
Absolutely.
I was independent in the Army. Struggled. Senior leaders struggle because all I had to do was reach out and ask for help. Independent means doing it alone, by yourself. Right. Independence means, okay, yeah, I can still go to college, I can still contribute, I can still do this. I had that stuff all wrong in my relationship with my son's dad. Had it all wrong. I won't do it again. This man get to leave and I'm holding on to all his ankles, Achilles and everything. I ain't going nowhere.
Go. That's a W.
Man, hey, first of all, shout out to this young lady. I do got to throw this little wrench in there. It's unfortunate that she wasn't able to figure that out early on. And I think that you have a lot of individuals out there that don't figure it out early on. And some of them don't figure it out ever. And a lot of them like to come to the front of the congregation and apologize after the fact. But I do love the fact that, you know, she still did end up figuring it out. And now what she's doing is she's giving game back to the younger generation or whatever, the women that's coming up behind her. And as you can see, all the dudes in there clapping. Absolutely. This is what we've been talking about for the longest. This has been an issue, right? The loudest ones in the room were the ones that were the most wrong. And we used to want for those soft, feminine women or whatever, or the women that did have the results in life, that did have that leader, the women that were agreeable, the women that were cooperative, the women that understood what being submissive is. We wanted those women to speak up and talk, but they're just like, listen, I got what I need. I don't have to say, I ain't got to say nothing. I'm living in my world over here. We good or whatever. And I understand why, because there's going to be a lot of backlash. There's going to be a lot of pushback when you have men, especially men or women, that step up and tell these young ladies that the way that you're going is not the way to move. You leading with being strong and being independent is not the move. I promise you, you're going to regret that later on in life if you continue to go down this path. But you can go ahead and make the right decisions today, the decisions that I didn't make. I made the wrong decisions early on. And I'm telling you, that's not the move. It's a dead end if you continue to go down that path. This is the right way to go, to be cooperative, to be submissive, to get you a man that's a leader. That way that y'all can build together. I said it. I said it 4 years ago, back in 2020. I'm starting to see a shift. Shout out to the late, great Kevin Samuels, man. This guy, he did phenomenal work from the time that he did have while he was on this earth. And again, I continue to salute him, man. His words, the fact that he was willing to step out and start this conversation and take all the heat that goes along with it. When he came out and he started speaking, when he started advocating for average men, that literally shifted everything. And when he started bringing up facts, data, statistics, all of those things, and started putting that in front of those women that weren't getting the results and asking them, is this what you really want? So let's go ahead and dissect that and really see what that looks like. Do you qualify for what you are looking for? If you do, then why aren't you not currently getting those type of results? Why are these type of men not checking for you? And man, the way that he laid everything out was like beautifully done. I have never in my life seen a man sit there night after night after night and stand against all of these people. A lot of them disliked his content until they got on the platform. They started to realize, yo, You know, I didn't really necessarily like the tone, but I understand what you're saying. And again, he literally shifted a lot of things. And when he was out here being the voice for a lot of these average guys, he opened up the eyes to a lot of people, man, and really set the tone and set the foundation for what we are seeing today. A lot of these feminine women are finally starting to come out and tell these young ladies that's not the way to go. And a lot of these men that didn't have a voice, that were maybe scared to speak up and believe that happy wife, happy life was the way to go, you have a lot of those guys now that are standing in the forefront with their shield and everything and saying, that's not the way to go. Absolutely love the way that everything is going. People can say what they want to say. Again, I think within the next 5 years, like, that change is going to continue to grow, magnify, and I think we're going to continue to see this shift between championing that type of 304 behavior and start to finally come back to being a little bit more on that traditional side. You heard it here first. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa, too bad was you know they roll.
Beautiful. Let's go, bro. Let's go, man. Let's go.